New tonight, the Central Valley School District voted to send a federal civil rights complaint against the state for what members say are conflicting policies on transgender student athletes participating in school sports. KREM 2's Connor McAvoy joining us live in the newsroom tonight after attending the virtual meeting. Connor, what's at stake here?
Well, this all comes from what district members say are conflicting powers at be. They say state guidelines on transgender student athletes directly go against federal guidelines, and no matter who they side with, district funding is at risk.
We've been trying to do this for over a month.
Central Valley board member Anise Barker emphasizes what she says is both an ongoing and urgent need to send a written complaint against the Office of Superintendent of Public Instruction and the Washington Interscholastic Activities Association, or WIAA. The complaint accuses the state of violating protections for student athletes by allowing transgender athletes to compete in sports based on the sex they identify as. Some members say this goes against a federal law protecting from sex-based discrimination in public schools, known as Title IX.
They are competing for second place instead of first because there is a male on their starting line. We have got to protect these girls.
Barker wrote the first of multiple drafts of the complaint addressed to the Office of Civil Rights and the U.S. Department of Education. It argues OSPI and WIAA are going against federal policies by not banning transgender athletes from competing in sports for the sex they weren't assigned at birth. They worry that could ruin $12.8 million in federal funding the district has for the 2024-25 school year. But the decision was met with some opposition.
My great disappointment that we as a school board are not able to find some kind of an alternative to a ban.
Board member Cynthia McMullen spoke against sending the complaint, saying the people she's worried about are different.
It is, in fact, a challenge against students and family members in our community who have self-identified as trans or, in this particular case, trans.
The board ultimately voted 3-2 in favor of sending two drafts of the letter, both with similar language. School board president Stephanie Jordan says while opinions across the board vary, she's relieved the vote went through simply to start a conversation on whose rules to follow.
No one is saying break the law. No one's even saying change policy, but we're bringing this to everyone's attention. Something that I have realized is that
District members say the loss of that funding would impact students and the community. They're hoping a solution can be made by sending both drafts of the letter. They say they'll both be emailed and mailed to those offices. Connor McAvoy, KREM 2 News.